Good day, everyone. So we are going to report the construction of Roadbed with my partner, Emmanuel M. De Vera. So I am going first to introduce to you, I am the one who will introduce to you the roadbed and the parts of it. So of course, first is the definition of roadbed and construction. So a roadbed is a structure onto which the road base course is laid. In road construction, roadbed plays an important role. The constructed, treated, or improved natural in place material on which the fill or the layer work is constructed directly. The roadbed is constructed prior to the construction of the fill or layer works. Um, so basically, a roadbed is the prepared location for a road and ang foundation niya, including in its foundation. So, roadbed is mao na siya ang compacted earthwork or compacted natural soil which pavement rests. Now, if you ask, what is the purpose of roadbed? Well, of course, every road built to stand up to traffic needs a well-laid roadbed. The purpose of this bed is to bear the weight of the road surface and help control environmental factors. Now we all know that modern roads facilitate the movement of heavy and constant traffic. Next is there are three parts of roadbed, and that's subgrade, granular base course, asphalt stabilized base courses. So subgrade is that portion of the earth road bed which, after having been constructed to reasonably close conformance with the lines, grades, and cross sections indicated on the plans, receives the base or surface material in a fill section. The subgrade is the top of the embankment or the fill. So this is the figure of the subgrade. Now now the subgrade is the pinaka first layer siya. So mao ni siya ang subgrade, which the portion of the earth road bed. So mao ni siya tong um natural soil or the natural ground or katong ground jud gud niya sa construction tong before siya butangan og mga ano, syempre naaman na siya yung soil, so that's what you call the subgrade. Next is the granular base course. Now, granular base course is a mixture of soil particles ranging in size from the coarse to fine. Processing involves crushing oversized particles and screening where it is necessary to secure the desired grading. The requirements of a satisfactory soil aggregate surface are stability. Ang granular base course is consists siya of a crushed gravel or graded crushed gravel, which is ang maximum particle size atong crushed gravel niya is only about 20 mm to 40 mm as I did my research, and then separated siya from the subgrade by a granular subbase course. Granular, while however the granular subbase cores consist of a maximum particle size of 80 mm to 125 mm. Next is the asphalt stabilized base courses. Now, the base course is the lower asphalt course or the courses below the surface and any leveling course. Now, the base course provides the strength of the pavement and typically has an aggregate top size of 3 and 3/4 to 1 inch. Tack prime coat. The tack or prime coat is a spray applied application of emulsified asphalt. So, of course, kabalo na ko nga nakakita na mo aning asphalt. So, 'di ba, mao na siya katong color black na naa siya mga aggregate. So, mao to siya ang asphalt. Next is the pavements. So, there are two types of pavements, 'di ba? The flexible pavement and the rigid pavement. Now, flexible reflect the deformation of subgrade and the subsequent layers to the surface, has self-healing properties due to heavier wheel loads, are recoverable due to some extent. Now, flexible siya usually 'Di ba? As usually asphalt is laid with no reinforcement or with a specialized fabric reinforcement that permits limited flow or repositioning of the roadbed underground changes. However, the rigid is associated with rigidity or flexural strength or slab action so that the load is distributed over a wide area of subgrade soil. Now, to differentiate these two pavements, the flexible pavement is consists of series of layers with the highest quality. However, the rigid pavement is consists only of one layer Portland cement concrete slab. Now, in flexible pavement, it reflects to the deformation of subgrade. However, in rigid pavement, it is able to bridge over localized failures and area of inadequate support. In flexible pavement, again, is the stability depends upon the aggregate interlock. Tapos, ang rigid naman is it has a structural strength provided by itself or by the pavement slab itself. Now, in flexible pavement, the pavement design is greatly influenced by the subgrade strength. However, in rigid pavement, its flexural strength of concrete in a major factor for design. In flexible pavement, it functions by a way of load distribution through the component layers, and the temperature variations due to change in atmospheric condition do not produce stresses in flexible pavements. So the flexible pavements have self-healing properties. Due to heavier wheel loads are recoverable due to some extent. So in rigid pavement naman is it distributed or distributes load over a wide area of subgrade because of its rigidity and high modulus of elasticity. And the temperatures in rigid pavement is changes induce heavy stresses in rigid pavements, and any excessive deformations occurring heavier wheel loads are not recoverable settlements are permanent. So, 'di ba, ang may pagka-opposite jud ang rigid or may opposite jud ang rigid og ang flexible pavement because sa flexible pavement is 'di ba ano karang um it has self-healing properties due to heavier wheel loads. Tapos it can recoverable due to some extent. However, sa rigid kay um dili na siya karang dili niya maano ang heavier wheel loads and dili po siya recoverable. So, mao to. Next is that DPWH standard specification. So, clearing and grubbling. So now this is the standard specification in DPWH. First is the clearing and grubbing. So clearing and grubbing consists of clearing, grubbing, removing, and disposing all vegetation and debris as designated in the contract, except those objects that are designated to remain in place or are to be removed in consonance with other provisions of this specification. Excuse me. So ang clearing and grubbing daw is of course first is clearing. From the word clearing is 'di ba gina-remove ang ibig sabihin sa clearing is removing. So, in construction, the clearing and grubbing is gina-remove niya all the unwanted surface materials like karang mga puno, mga brush, mga dahon or any other material. However, ang grubbing naman is meaning niya is disposing all the unwanted veg- vegetative matter from the underground like stumps, mga ugat, buried logs, and other debris. So that's all for my report. And De Vera is siya na ang sa excavation. Thank you.
Um, Hello everyone. My name is Emmanuel M. De Vera. This is the continuation of report of Abdusalam. Excavation. Excavation, it consists of railway and drainage and borough excavation and the disposal of material and conformity with the lines, grades, and dimensions shown on the plans or established by the engineer. Ang excavation or ginatawag nato nga clearing, muna siya ang or clearing kumbaga mag-construct ta o road, 'di ba kay bago ta mag-construct, na mo mag-clearing sa tana asa tang limpyuhan sa ang site nato nga ato ang i-road construction kapraan ng halimbawa naka sa bukid, may mga puno, mga bato, mga yuta, i-clearing sa nato na tanan. So the roadway excavation include excavation and grading of roadways, parking areas, intersections, approaches, slope rounding, bending, waterways and ditches, removal of unsuitable material from the roadbed and beneath embankment areas, and excavating selected material found in the roadway as order for specific use in pavement. Roadway excavation shall be include all excavation indicated on the drawings within the limits of the cross sections and excavation of all materials for side roads and intersections and the removal of existing pavement, sidewalks, curbs, and gutters within the limits of construction. Classified excavation. It shall be it shall consist of the excavation and disposal of all materials regardless of its nature. Um, It's depend as the excavation of all materials encountered or karang pagtanggal sa mga materials even though or regardless of if natural siya or their nature or manner in which they are still removed. Kumbaga, unclassified ba? Kumbaga, puno siya or nature siya, bisag dahon siya, tanggalon siya. Basta about sa nature, bato, tubig, ana. Rock excavation, it shall consist of igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rock which cannot be excavated without blasting or the use of reapers, and all boulders and other detached stones, each having a volume of a cubic meter or more as determined by physical measurements or visually by the engineer. So kasabot naman sila tayo no, rock excavation, kumbaga tanggalo ng mga bato, mga bato-bato. Siyempre, ang rock excavation is defined as the excavation of all hard. Para ginagawa sa mga gahi na mga bato, kailangan naging mga gamit ba para matanggal na siya, mga road truck, mga equipment para lang matanggal ng dahil kay nga bato or bagay. Compacted or cemented materials that required blasting or the use of reaping and excavating equipment larger than defined for common excavation. And the next one is mock excavation shall consist of the removal and disposal of the pieces of saturated or unsaturated mixtures of soil and organic matter not suitable for foundation material regardless of moisture content. Karang max excavation no, karang mga basa good na mga ano or basa na ay tubig na nayuta kailangan sa tanggalon or daghan pod to apil na clearing para mabutangan na siya og ano makabuhat na ta og roadway. So common excavation it shall consist of all excavation not included under rock excavation or other payments. shall consist it consists of the construction of embankment accordance of with conformity of the line, grade and dimension shown on the plans established by the engineer. So, next the embankment. It consists of the construction of embankment in accordance with conformity of the lines, grade, and dimension shown on the plans or established by the engineer. Its its subgrade preparation consists of the preparation of the subgrade for the support or overlying structural layers. It shall extend to full width of the roadway. The placement and compaction of layers of earth or rock to form a roadbed of the plane shape, density, and profile grade. But generally, ang purpose ng embankment is flood control used to hold water back and for flood control respectively. Nasabtan nun siguro ang embankment no. Sa ang about po sa subgrade preparation, so ang foundation sa pavement structure is known siya as subgrade. Preparation of subgrade consists of all operations before the pavement structure could be placed over it and compacted. The subgrade may be situated on an embankment or excavation or at least existing ground surface. Okay. Dili na nako explain tanan. Sa pag-constructing roadbed, ang una gini mo buhaton ana kay mag-excavation. Explain naman ako ng excavation no. Of all unwanted materials, things or nature. Mo tong gingon ganina. Naba ako na sa bukid pag magplano tag magbuhat og road sa sa bukid, siyempre kailangan pa man nato na i-excavate i-clearing sa ang site. So, siyempre kung naka sa bukid, kailangan pa nimo na halimbawa kung pataas siya, kung pataas iyang as gusto nimo siya nga karang tanggalon na lang gud na para plain na lang imong dalan mabadiretso. So syempre para matanggal na tanggalon nimo ng harang na karang yuta, mga bato, mga puno, mga unsa pa ba na adra. So i-clearing sa gid nimo na siya. So sa pag-construct sa construction site, i-clear sa jud ang area gamit tawag mga construction trucks, kapaning mga bulldozers, dump truck, para ma-clear nato na siya. So ang kadua, adding layer by filling soil for sub-base. Ang kining excavation gid ay kaning isa di ay kining number one, kining excavation pag nahuman na nato siya clearing, di syempre di ba naman ay mabilin na yuta mo ning subgrade kita mo ning subgrade subgrade soil. Dili na siya soil lang na siya na po na mga rocks, mga basta kay clear na siya. So dagdagan na siya og layer by filling soil for subbase. Yung subbase na ni mo siya ang soil, di ba kay butang pa na siya natong yuta. Tapos pagkabutang nato ang yuta, mogamit ta og road roller. Katong flat good ang katong bilog iyahang masyag bulldozer ba pero bilog lang iyang tawag to para ma-flat ba o para ma-compact gud ang maduot ba yang ang yuta gud para magtulid sa yuta ba so kailangan gid nato siya og siya og road roller para compacted ang yuta ba maduot gud ang yuta. So ang ikatulo ang putting or building the rebar or also known as the reinforcement steel and reinforcing steel. Ang kining rebar mo ni siya katong good sa tawag ani kabilya ba na? Oh, kabilya. Ang bakal gud mag-construct ta kabilya para sulid ang ato ang dalan, ang road. Tapos ang ikaupat, adding layer by filling gravel with cement. Before bago ta mag filling semento, magbutang og semento, bago na kailangan sa nato basaw ng yuta aron ang yuta dili siya dry kay kung dry man gud ang yuta malambot lang siya og dali ra siya mabungkag ba. Na-try na mo ana no. Kumbaga kung dry ang pwede ra siya magbungkag or naay ubang pagtamakan nimo naay abog tas mo transfer to sa uban. So kailangan daw siya basaon para mo compact gani daw siya. Muguot ba ang yuta. So tapos pag kay kung dawa kung dili sa sulod mong gud dili mo dikit sa semento unlike kung dili sa sulod dili mo sa madikit sa semento unlike kung basa siya tumpak siya ba lahi siya tapos pag ibutang na ang semento mo dikit sa semento ba ano so kining number 5 is peeling asphalt na siya kumbaga kita mo tong nga bano pagka natingala mo ah highway na ni siya yang butangan pag itong mo tong ginatawag nga asphalt. Ang asphalt manggod is a mixture of aggregates, binder, and filler used for constructing and maintaining roads, parking areas, railways, trucks, ports, airport, runways, bicycle lanes, sidewalks, and also play and sport areas. Aggregates used for asphalt mixture could be crushed rock, sand, gravel, or slugs. Katong ang gidugmok-dugmok daw siya tapos i kumbaga tabunan ang kining dalan gud nato para mas lalo siyang musulid ana so mao lang dito ako ang report mo salamat sa tanan thank you